Put the money on the table. I'll take your money.
Hitan Patel is 36 going on 16. He's a wannabe music mogul who's already dining out on his dreams.
I've got big dreams and I want big money.
This London lad has been mixing it large in pursuit of a lucrative music career. Result? He's got debts that run into tens of thousands of pounds.
Speculate to accumulate. I still stand by that.
Hitan's parents Suresh and Hansa are about to find out exactly how much trouble their son is in.
I am totally devastated.
Now Suresh is moving in with his son for a week to save him from financial ruin. Hitan won't be able to spend any money without asking Dad's permission first.
We pay rent, we've got a phone bill and all this, but there's no customers.
They'll get help from Bank of Mum and Dad's financial expert, Lawrence Gold.
He needs to get it into his brain that he has got a serious problem.
But the Patels have just 1 week to get Hitan's disastrous finances straightened out.
Now I'm going to give you a bombshell. This place is not making any money.
1 week to get Hitan to grow up and face up to the debts that are about to engulf him.
Dear son, it's time you wake up.
I'd like £1 million check, that's all I'd like.
Hitan Patel set up Grooveworks Studios in London's Manor House just over a year ago. And he's been pouring cash into it ever since.
We'll get a drinks machine fitted in there, UCam for the internet. This will be all carpeted, and I'm going to be spending a lot more still.
Over £22,000 to be precise. Still, for that, he's got loads of gear and a space that doubles as his own personal playpen.
We're going to spend a lot more money in here. We're going to get new equipment, a Macintosh, new monitors.
It's a busy life being a wannabe DJ and promoter. When night falls, Hitan, or Hit to his mates, simply has to hit all the best bars and clubs.
It's strictly about research, networking, getting to know people who you need to know.
In the name of research, he can blow up to £1,000 a month on booze, cigarettes, and nights out.
Networking, yeah. Essential for drum and bass.
While Hitan's painting the town red, Dad's just painting it. Suresh Patel is a park keeper for Barnet Borough Council, and he's no stranger to hard graft, after a tough childhood on a farm in northern India.
The general income of a family was very limited. There was no shoes, and so life was difficult.
Suresh and his wife Hansa moved to England in the late 80s. Hitan, who's their only son, was straight down the record shop. Oh look, he's still there.
Can I have that one please, Nicky?
Hitan's spent thousands on his music. Only vinyl will do, but he's not as fussy about how he pays for it.
They'll see credit card slips, they'll see cash. They've seen it all for me.
Forget the cost. Hitan's determined to be the brain behind the hits, rather than just the ears between the headphones.
It's all a formula. And once you've got your formula, you're on a winner. Once you've got your formula.
Hitan's formula so far is simple. Spend, spend, spend. Still, he does have something to show for it. A vast collection of everyone else's hits, which he keeps in his old bedroom at Mum and Dad's house.
My record collection's worth about £25,000 to £40,000. All kinds of music as well. Hip-hop, R&B, dance, electro, techno, old school, soul, reggae. Got everything.
Meanwhile, in the garden, Dad's doing what dads do with lawnmowers and everything else. He's making do and mending.
I can't afford the modern lawnmower.
These are my Playboy magazines. Been collecting them since I was 17 when I moved to England.
Back to the boys' room and another extravagance. Hitan's collection of Playboy magazines dates from 1985 and has cost him over £3,000.
What have I learnt from them? A lot of general life skills. I've learned how to cook, how to drink, how to be a gentleman as well. How to be a gentleman as well, which is an essential skill. I get references on that as well. I've got plenty of women who give me references. I am a gentleman.
It couldn't be more different for Suresh and Hitton's mum Hansa, who retain strong links with the Hindu community and the traditional ways of doing things.
We believe that it's a responsibility of parents to look after their children. And as the parents grow older, it is important that the children look after the older generations.
But so far in this family, support has flowed strictly one way, and Suresh and Hansa have been a soft touch.
There's no satisfaction after death. Satisfaction is when you are living. So it's better to give your money now and feel satisfied, as I feel satisfied when I give to charity. Okay, let's call it a charity to Hitton. Give it. If you have it, give it.
9 years ago, Hitton had a near fatal car crash. That might explain some of Mum and Dad's benevolence.
The accident happening would be the turning point because I was in a sort of life-threatening situation and they did panic about it.
Hitton usually sleeps at the studio. He does make regular trips back to Mum and Dad's, but the motivation's more financial than filial.
Going to Bournemouth every 2 to 3 days to just have a change of clothes and to have some home-cooked food from my mother and to get checks signed or borrow some money.
Money, please. Money, please.
What money? What for? I want to know exactly.
To pay the chippies. 200.
I haven't got any.
Even if Dad resists, there's always Mum to go to.
200.
See you later.
But Hansa's ill and has already had to retire early. Suresh is also keen to take a well-earned rest from work. But the money he's carefully saved over the years is propping up his son's business. He's invested nearly £40,000 in Hitton and the studio, and the returns aren't looking good.
Within 1 year, I'm running approximate total of about £16,000. So far, he has returned me a credit of £300. Hitton does need a kick.
Back at the studio, their son's living each day as it comes and pouring everyone's money down the drain. Hitton's bled Mum and Dad dry, and his creditors want payback.
I'd like £1 million cheque, that's all I'd like. I'd like a one-off £1 million cheque, that'll do me. I'm not very greedy. That'll make me happy. It'll help pay off a lot of my debts and provide the necessary capital I need to kick-start this business even more.
Mum and Dad have to act now before Hitton's pursuit of his dreams ruins everyone's future.
If he fails, like any other business, I will close the company down. I say, I'm sorry, you have failed. There's no more help from me. You are not going to use my money anymore.
Time to pack. For the next week, Suresh will be moving in with Hitton. He will take complete control of his son's finances, and there'll be no spending without Dad's say-so. Hansa's too ill to move in with Hitton, but she's going to do whatever she can to help her husband re-educate their wayward offspring.
He has to work hard to get the money, because at the moment we are helping him, but there's a limit for everything.
Before Suresh leaves, Mum and Dad write down the amount of debt they believe their son could have in their worst nightmares. Meanwhile, Hitton writes down